The question
unscripted
was scripted.
question was unscripted was thinking like based on this stuff now. Like, look at it now. Let's start from here. We have two conditions we're checking for.
You
The
go cook
first
with
condition
plantain
is
now.
checking
Yeah.
if the password is
Best
not
that bro.
correct and our attempt is not zero. You understand? If we can remove this one, I will show you why we needed this part later. Okay, let's do it one after the other so you get what I'm trying to do here. So this is it now. If the password is not correct, you want to tell them incorrect password, try again. Attempt remains 2. You get, because it's going to be 3 minus 1 and then it is 2. Then this continue will
Guy,
do what? It would,
Nvidia.
instead of breaking out of the loop, it will ignore anything and just go back to the top again. You understand? So to go back to the top again, like for the new iteration, then it will come again, to tell you to enter password. Fine, you miss it again. It will do what? It will come to this part, tell you incorrect password, try again, attempt remains 1. Then it will go back again and does the same thing. If you miss it again, the tell attempt remains
And
what?
this thing would have been way
Yes.
from the onset. You understand that kind of
What
like
is it?
another kind of setting.
Zero, zero,
Attempt
zero.
will remain 0
No.
here.
Like
But if
oh,
attempt remains 0, I think at that stage, say this
the
my
top of
guy
the top, they are still trying to scam
will just help us end
you.
it.
Trying to scam
If we're not
you.
using the while loop,
Why say me
so
I
let's
check?
run it and see. Enter
And
password.
anywhere
Let's
where
write in a
they
wrong password.
Islamic and
So
say
we'll
for
do 3241. Incorrect
why I say
password. Try again. Attempt
Attempt
remains
remains.
2. You can see it.
Yes.
Incorrect password. Try again. Attempt remains 2. So we do
yes.
four four
Like
three two.
companies do on like people that are sponsoring
Four four three two. Try again. Attempt remains
You
2.
understand? You
Why?
actually building something that okay, yes.
All right. So
This is how
let's look at
this is
this
how
one. Why is it telling us attempt
you
remains 2
understand?
again?
The issue I think maybe I'll say accidental with some also. When you put that one, you understand? Because it's not actually written.
Anybody?
So you understand? Like that
Tell
only
them say they go one side of one side, one say this open data.
Okay.
Are we
they
together?
wanted to do it like this.
Yeah, together.
Yes, we're together. You said
Yeah.
But some Osman actually
So
just
instead of
put it
attempt
and
updating, why is
see how the
attempt
blog
telling
is saying
us
we are doing it for
it
the
remains
betterment of
2? Who
humanity.
can give
So
me
if you're not going
a
to
reason
believe
why
it,
this
normally you're
attempt
only going to
is
believe
remaining 2
that kind
here?
of person. What makes you think that
This
this
is
kind of
from
person is actually
the
doing
Again.
something for your own
the
humanity,
function,
for the collective
like
good,
the
where
print
you are not practicing
f
community
incorrect
service,
password
you are
function.
practicing acute
What do you say?
capitalism where you are working directly with
And this is
the
from
business
the
just
like
to
print
acquire your benefit.
statement, like print incorrect
All of that
password.
stuff that is up to the point that even if she
They
know
already
Um,
attached. They already
Daniel,
attached. That one is
I'll
just
still release you.
everything attached. Yeah, you remember
your
when we were composing EA for me? I used to compose everything in my head.
all
You
right.
know.
So
Yes, yes, yes.
hospital, I
Now,
was
I'm just
hearing you.
composing it. I cannot
I
compose.
don't know how I'm going
Guy,
to. I say
Okay.
in
Yeah,
that code.
let's move on. So the
then,
reason why
what to make
this
sure
guy
that this guy
happened that
doesn't
way
just
is
plant
because
anything in my
we
head.
only
He wants
minus we subtracted from attempt, which is always
such
3.
that
Remember, we did not update attempt. We did not do
for every
something like say
pipeline, for every fucking pipeline.
attempt
Then do you know what is mean?
is
See,
minus
do you know why you
equals
people
to
are thinking
1.
like
You get, if you do
this?
something like this now, you've
Okay,
updated the value of attempt. Do you understand?
okay,
You've updated
If
the
it's
value
like
of
that
attempt.
now, why
Attempt is
this
no longer what?
DeepSeek
This
open
part,
like, do you
attempt
know
is no
what
longer what?
the entire
2.
DeepSeek
But
two.
then,
program
will this thing affect
is
this one?
open
I
source?
want to know too. So
That's
let's
the
try.
fundamental mindset shift that these people,
First
what
one,
China
four
is saying,
four
China,
two
they are
one
not
wrong.
thinking,
Attempt
the money
remains
is
2.
there.
Second one,
You
two
understand? They
one
have been
two
doing this
nine.
properly and they're actually making money.
You can
But
see
they're
it.
not
Incorrect
looking at it,
password.
looking
Try
at it from
again.
the point
Attempt
of view
remains
where
1.
it's
Then
still
last
doing
one,
more
five
than
five
it's making.
zero two. You can see
I
it.
don't know if you understand what
Incorrect
I'm saying. That's
password.
why I say
Attempt.
most times when I talk what I'm saying,
Try again. Attempt. You
this is
see, this is what I'm trying to
yes,
avoid.
what is it that
This part is what
if
I'm trying to
they
what?
don't
To
like
avoid.
if they don't
You
like
understand? This part is what
Yes.
I'm
cut
trying
down
to
the
avoid.
project stream,
Because we don't want it to
that
come
time,
again and tell us
bro,
attempt
life
remains
will be like
0.
person will
two.
just
You get, we
so
don't want
what's
it to come
about
and
this
tell us incorrect password, try
the
again,
network
attempt
effect,
remains
ripple
0. We
effect
want it to
rather
just
of this thing because
like probably
even
just
like
like
if you
die
if
off
you
and
check
tell
now,
us
the
that's
person
the end of the
is
program.
going to America
So if it is not equals
like
to 0
which one
in
will you
this
choose?
case, we want to do what we
Yeah.
want to do.
Like
But
because
then
why
this thing will
because you
still do
think
that same thing again.
They are not even famous at this point, but being in
China
America,
is ahead.
being no,
So you
being in
have
America
attempt
is
one,
dangerous.
attempt
It's
this one.
hard.
So how do we fix
Yes, they
this
have
this
two
kind of
University
issue
study
attempt.
now
where we
in
don't want it
America,
to
you
print
have
out
people
this
in
one?
position
So we
themselves
can
now, have
say
Like,
position now.
instead of
Everybody
this
just have
place too, we
one.
can have
They
another
are
if
like
statement.
they are doing this
That's
in
now
one way
double if
that
statement
is
and
a
it's making
strict
it look
country,
very,
even when
very, very,
international.
very, very,
And
very,
people
very,
they will not
very
be
long.
saying police
So we can
security.
have
That
another
in
if
That's
Nigeria is
not
a
statement and
free
possible.
say,
country. You
what do you
can
say?
kill somebody and get away with it.
no, I
How would
just
that
laugh.
happen?
No.
There's a lot of, how would I put it?
Yes,
A lot
now.
of
So they did. So you can have another if
the way they
statement
treat themselves.
and say,
Like okay, you
okay,
now come in, let's say you're from
if
another country.
attempt
The way Americans they
is
treat
what? If attempt
racism, stigma,
is
everything
not equals to
inside. Everything was
zero.
there.
Now there are
Africans
two
are
things
always
we want to check for.
the
If
most
attempt is not
happy.
equals
You
to
have to
zero,
they
we
feel
want to just tell them this
and say they
same
are
stuff.
racist and stuff.
Yeah.
Say I'm the albino, yes, no zero. This one,
Are we together?
stop.
Yes,
But
yes.
this
We want
one,
to
I
tell them the
follow you,
same
not say
stuff.
black.
But if attempt,
Guy, they are racism. They will not even
hope I'm not
they
confusing you guys.
will
Please
not
ask
even
your
give
That's
you
question.
totally
work.
Don't
They
say
will
racist.
not even see
getting
you
much.
survive. They
This
don't
one
see
way
they know
is scripted
opportunity
on
no
the
go
sign.
present you to you. They go stereotype
Unscripted where you don't miss.
So you know this word is
You
going
don't
on.
see
I'm
this
still getting through it now. It's just the
You know this word
if
is going on.
statement. No, I'm trying to like relate it with Excel, which is like
because
nested
now
if.
we will continue guys.
It
Let's
can
go.
continue,
So
but it's making money compared to
look at nested if is
It's
another
not
one
about
which
as
one
much
we
of
would like to
money.
try to
But
look
let
at.
me tell you, people that are
This
racist
is
now.
attempt.
I'm
We
just
have
like the
attempt, Abi.
if inside if.
Your measure of IQ, but
Yeah, this is
okay,
the normal
you don't
stuff.
see somebody because of their color.
We have we've tried it. If it
But
remains
somebody that
two
has a higher
and
IQ,
then it
they
remains
give
one,
you different shade. That's
if
why
we try
kind of
it like
value.
this,
That's
like
why
once
you're
this
telling.
stuff is
You
like
never
this,
see him always
we
there after
know,
their low
we
IQ.
know that
Yes, that's why I
we will
think.
come here and print
For
this
me, you see
incorrect
this thing
password
now.
once this one is wrong. Like if they get the password wrongly. But what we are trying to do is we don't
I
want
think empathy
them to we don't want to
IQ,
create this
yeah,
try
this
again
function is a
attempt to
function
remain
of
zero.
a high IQ.
Share you get now.
People that are
So
actually
instead we
like,
can break this
how
stuff,
will I put it,
incorrect password,
very
try
cruel.
again,
I think they have
and tell them attempt.
very low IQ.
Like look at it
But
now.
I
You
don't know if
can
you
come here.
somebody,
Attempt is always
somebody that has an IQ is trying to put
going
his
to
head in
like
the right place.
reduce
They
here.
want to
So if
experience
we come here and
that
print this
other
one first, let's
person's
see it.
perspective. You understand?
Three,
That's
three,
why
four,
I
five.
think
But there's
Two,
something that
one,
is
three,
somebody
four,
is possible.
8732. So you can see it. Incorrect password. This is normally how it would work. But because we wanted to be printing that attempt, like try again, attempt remain three, attempt remain two, attempt remain one. But the problem there is now it's getting too much on your head, and the nested loop is looking like one stressful stuff. So instead, let's leave it like this. So to not go and scatter your head with the nested if statement. As unscripted one don dey cry already. So what happens after
that
three
thing
failure?
alone made me think that China or
What happens after three failure?
The
than the
this thing
West.
breaks now.
Because their way of it, they are putting it
What do you
in such
say?
a way that
Sorry,
the
what
average
happens after
of
that
the
means the once
average
the this thing is done, once
still have a
the
chance at life.
statement is done,
Yeah, that's what I was telling you now.
it's all like that.
How you
That's
know
all.
the country's administration, very well organization. You like okay, an average person. Yes, how will this person do? Yeah, they have for farmers, let's say, okay,
Chamu, what
some
happens
farmers
after
that
three
you do,
failure?
they have special claims that you can, like let's say they want to, this farmer now wants to go to Kaduna
Yes.
because of seed. They have subsidized transport system for them to go to Kaduna,
For farmers.
check this, bro, I'm mad. 2 hours
They even give them education like
Chamu don't
how
run
to
from
take care
you.
of your stuff, how to do without pesticide. Like
Yes.
Fred Dev, are you with us?
2 hours.
Eman, you are still at work. Abi you dey work rather. If you have chance, you guys can type, you can write it in the chat box. So what happens after three failure?
Don't ask a guy that was the lowest can get. Let me tell you.
The program ends. The program ends. Okay. Should the system continue asking after three failure?
No, due to the code.
Okay. So what happens now if the loop never stops?
Infinity.
Eh?
That's the problem. That's infinity now. Continue,
That is the
continue,
problem.
continue,
No, if
continue.
the lowest form of
Yes.
survival, that's a guy. This thing will offer last,
Continue,
last
continue,
guy.
continue. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move on. So the next demo three, this is a bank withdrawal logic. So the task there will get users input for the amount they want to withdraw. But our balance is going to be accorded like the amount we have already. You get that's the balance. Then these are the rules we will check for. If the withdraw is greater than balance, we want to
Extra.
do what? We want to reject it. Imagine you have just 2,000 naira in your OP account and you want to withdraw 10,000 naira. And imagine the withdrawal actually works and it goes through. Come on. Anyhow, sha, if
You
na see
don't,
that kind glitch,
he
make una
don't
tell
soft
me.
like
Oh.
that. Eh?
If I don't see that kind glitch, make I just reason. Make everybody chop
Okay,
money together.
okay.
So
6K or 7K. Well, like
if
five,
the
like
withdraw
5K,
is
like this
equals
one like
to
this
the
one.
balance,
One
we
eight
will
four.
say allow.
Yeah.
If the withdraw is less than the balance, of course we want to allow.
That's that.
And I think if you have 15 naira in your OP, can
Tell
you
you
withdraw the
so. How
15
much
naira
did you
out?
tell the guys there?
You
5K
know, our
or better?
conventional banks, they used to allow that thing before. I
Yes,
don't know
yes,
about
yes.
now.
Tell you the last you can go
But
is
will
4K.
you be able to withdraw that money?
Because I'm feeling
No, I'm not sure.
Tilulu,
that guy is
Tilu.
good at 400.
The way I'm
Okay, I
pronouncing
think
this
let's
T with one kind of Igbo tongue, Jesus.
okay, he's not the
T.
no, no, he's not
What is
the
your
best
full
person.
name?
That's one.
I think I'll be able to pronounce it better if I know which of the is it Titi Lolu or which T Lolu T God. Olu, I think that's what I'll be pronouncing.
Okay, see him
Eh?
wrong.
Is it Titi? Like what's the full name? Full name.
Rain fell. See rain fell here yesterday. Rain fell
What did she say?
yesterday.
Tayo Lulu, Tayo.
Serious.
Wait, Taye, what do you say?
Sleep it. Yeah, I don't
It's
What
Tayo
feel
now.
did
like
what
Yes,
she
Tayo
say?
Lulu. Tayo Lulu,
my
Tayo
wife
Lulu.
will not can blink. Like I
Taye
wake up
Lolu.
in the night and call her.
Yes, Tayo.
Tai-
She's the twins.
if you just tell us Taiwo like this, life for those days.
My name is not
This kind of
Taiwo. My name is not Taiwo.
What do you
It's
say?
Taiwo. My name is not Taiwo.
Your network
Taiwo.
is actually breaking.
he
So
said
maybe can
her
you
name is not
type it?
Tayo. Tayo Lulu.
Taye Lulu.
Mhm.
Is it Taye Lulu? Like this is the first time I'm actually hearing this. Taye Lulu. Serious. Okay, Taye Lulu. Taye Lulu. I'll give it some time.
It's,
I'll try to
it's
identify
basically
this.
assigned to like all the Taiwo. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Taye Lulu. Alright, so T Lulu. What was I even going to ask her? I was asking for bank withdrawal. I don't know the bank you use. If you use a conventional banks or you switch like me to using fintech and their app. So can you withdraw? Say you have 15 naira as your last cash there. Can you withdraw the 15 naira out? Have you tried it before and it worked, or have you heard of
I've
anything
not
like
tried it
that?
before.
And you are too rich, or why? So have you heard of people that have tried it and it worked for them?
No, I've not.
Oh, so you have rich
So what
people
would
to go
somebody do
around
that?
you, makes sense. Unscripted, you the foreman.
Yeah,
What
I
do?
accept.
So
The reason why it can't go,
so tell
I'm
me
not
how
sure it
far.
will go. Because to transfer on like OP, you have to like transfer anything from 100 naira to 100 naira above.
That's why we have Google here. What is the lowest amount you can transfer from OP? But I think 100 naira. Wow. OP allows more flexible transfer.
Uh-uh.
No, 15 naira fee is applied to, you see. Okay, no, it's applied to. But the lowest transfer is 1 naira. I tell you now. I say your money is
Yeah.
not anything. See, you can't on your
No,
money.
no,
So if like
Palmpay,
this now,
Palmpay, Palmpay does not allow one.
Even
I'm
when
using
I
what do you
do
Palmpay.
say?
like
Palmpay
that,
does not allow one.
I love so much
Palmpay.
that people love me.
Okay, any
It
pamphlet does not
starts
allow
from
one
like
naira.
100.
You know,
No.
Yeah, I've heard of the 100 naira part, like 100 naira. I
You
think even
get.
OPay too
It's based on
actually
Nigeria.
starts
If
from
you can scam somebody and you
I
get away
think
with
so.
it, you get.
I think this, or is it Kuda? I think it's Kuda because I tried
Yeah.
like sending 80 naira. Don't ask how
No, but
the
other
thing
countries
happened.
have stricter mitigation.
Make una, it's like 80
But
You
naira.
won't know.
if
Be
financial scam is, they won't arrest the person that day and big time.
all right. So
You get.
let's move on
This
with the
business
project.
now,
So
the
let's now
scam,
build
the
our
scam
bank
them
withdrawal logic. Our balance is
but
hard coded, and then the
how
withdrawal
kind of
amount
education
that
will
we
you
would
go and
use
do?
to check for
You
our
read a lot of your own,
various
now
if
now you
statements.
get shame money.
So we've
Most
done
of these
two
guys they are
things
too much
already.
now, scam
I think
you get.
before we move forward,
And before I just
let's
now, what you don't do is
introduce
to keep
GitHub
solution
into this thing.
low
So
your
we'll
side.
not just be
Once it
doing
does
just the coding.
5%, push it your
So I'll
side.
try and open up
You get.
GitHub
And
account.
so he already has a lot of. Imagine somebody that already has 100, 200k.
So
And those open position, you think don't 5%
so
in
I'm
the
going to
for
create a repository
high
for
5k.
this one.
So you say make 5k on the trade. So you now we get $100. I want to take
Yeah,
this
you come go they say money for mentorship. I
That's
swear a
cool.
lot
Alright,
of
so
Cool.
I'm
people
going
are
to
Fine.
call
doing it.
this
That's why I say I like
back
I like
more
a lot of
500.
people I see like
and
you see this guy
week
online from US that
two
started selling
build.
TJR himself.
Alright.
I
And
kind of
then
like
I'm going to make
the
it
way he just wants the
private
mentality of like seeing
just for
prosperity because
since
human being we are
you
not
guys
just
might want
machine.
to check the code, let me
Even
make
this
it
as all of
public.
us say do,
Since you guys
everybody
might want to
get
check
one
the
thing
code,
in mind.
so I'll make
That's
it
Alright.
public and
that's
then
the
I'll
life of
click
it.
on create
So,
repository.
guy,
So now I've
the
clicked
level of
on create
transparency in
repository.
trading needs to be
If you're not
done
good with these
outside. It's not like
commands, you
say
can always come here and
just
follow
say
this
you are
command
a good
step by
trader,
step.
but you can't
You
show
get like you
how
follow it
far
step
you
by
have
step
progressed.
to
Like me
code.
now, I
But
can't see any back
I'll
evidence
copy
of
this one.
how you go
I'll
how
up.
this
come to
guy
You
our
go
grew
up
up.
step
You
by
VS
step.
understand?
Code
One
here.
one
So this
particular
is what I'll do
thing
the
I
git
think
init.
Yeah,
That is to
you know how much it
initialize it.
costs.
I've created my repository, the
$500.
.git. If you were in the workshop for Git,
$500.
you remember when I said
How many
Git
people get
init is hidden,
$500?
is here,
Random
is
people
here,
buy
but
for
it's hidden.
$500. Maybe
So after the Git
from
init, you want to now do the Git
Why you say he scam
add.
people?
But I don't want to add all. I want to just do it one by
What
one.
you
So the
will
first
get
thing I did was
when they
git
post say
add
the profitable trader
live
coming from that idea now, 30 million get $500,
demo
he can't scam
one
them again.
dot
You can
demo.
imagine.
Then
I
git
be forex,
add.
I be forex, and scammer
After
be
I've
that guy.
done git add
That
live
guy,
demo one, I will
he
now
has not
do
come
git
out to say one
commit.
thing
After
about
do my
Backend that
first
hasn't
commit.
happened.
Then the message.
There was one
What
day
did
that
we
he
do in
was
the
doing
first
live.
one?
It's not like he can come live, he give analysis and
We,
explain like maybe he's trying to prove
for
The
himself.
first one
But
was
that
age,
night that day I
age
went
asset
for
was
transfer or
the
like
something.
main
age
forex when he was
access
talking
system.
about
So
Age.
it was not
age
like the market was like
access
jumping.
system. That's what
Because
it
he
is.
set his condition at
So
one
I've
and a half times.
done the first push, the
So
first commit.
price
Then the
just
next one we
triggered
want to
his
add is
entry
the
and started
live
dumping.
demo two.
Because
So I'll
he
do
said
git
he
add
set that his
live
entry zone as a support zone whereby
demo
price will
two,
just buy up and start dumping
demo
and
two
said
dot
he
py.
lost on liquidity.
And
The guy
then the
then
git commit,
people were not in the live or
the
you
message.
know how
What did we do for
some
this
people have
one? This
set
one we
same
call this
position
one. What did we call this
as
second
per
one?
waiting they want to make kind of money
Mm,
on
What did we call
forex
the second one?
the
as you just open.
password, the password attempt.
The market
Login
started
attempt
jumping, jumping,
system.
jumping. So some guys start
So
saying, yes,
login
bro,
attempt system.
as you dey say buy, I dey sell.
Yeah,
Login
that guy don't make one
attempt
prediction.
Seriously.
They are traders,
He
man.
say as I
system.
dey buy, as you dey buy, I dey sell
Alright.
for
They
here.
carry
So
go.
I still have another
Yes,
third one here. But
guy,
that one is
guy,
something I
that guy don't
did.
make one
Okay, yeah, that
prediction.
was
You know that rich,
our
there's one guy used to tell
our
you that rich
Monday
guy follow.
class. This
That
one
guy
was from the
predict
Mm.
Monday
everything.
class, the one we did on Monday. If you guys
And
remember,
then
when I was
he
explaining
got
the
into the spot.
foundations
So that's
before,
the thing I'm knowing for.
and then the
The other
Yes,
guy
push.
yes.
follow now that predicted
So
will crash. He have to, that's what I'm
let's.
knowing for.
What are we going
Most
to do
traders
next?
are
What are
known
we doing
to
next?
predicted something
So
before it
git
happens.
And it happened that way.
Exactly. Remember that guy that was telling us that
remote
was saying to buy bread?
add
And then I started
origin.
money, so yes,
I copied
he
it.
got up before that crash.
I copied
Everything that
the
you get
the
on the
URL.
Link.
Like
So I've
you
added
just
this
need one.
remote origin.
See, for
Then
you to
git
be my mentor, bro, you need to have
branch.
a
I think I
specific
want to
value
make a branch, and I'll
one
call this one
particular
main
thing you do that
because
don't know,
it will
let's
lead
say,
from
don't
our
say,
master
I
to
think
main.
you
And
are
if I
good at
check the
that.
branch now, I should be in
And
the
most
main
of their
branch.
people, they
That's
are good
what
at
where I am.
advertising
Then I
themselves.
can now git
Till they
push
go. Finish. And
origin
anybody can
upstream.
jump in.
I'll push to
Don't,
the
it
upstream.
doesn't
That's
matter
my
how
GitHub.
standard
Upstream
or
means
well
I'm pushing to
established.
cloud.
Anybody money cannot
So I'm
jump.
pushing
anybody like
upstream.
anybody
Dot
that has
slash
money
use
will make
upstream.
profit. It
Slash
depends how
capital
profit
M
is
is
coming.
make. We want to
I
make a
swear,
branch.
bro.
If you know
Slash
say
or dash
okay,
m here is message. So dash u now is upstream, and I'm pushing to cloud. My remote name is origin because that's what I did here. That's I named it origin, and I'm pushing to origin in cloud and the branch name which is main, and then we wait for it to do the pushing. So because we are Nigerians and our network is actually a Nigerian network, so we wait for it to do the Nigerian thing. And we just send, like press it, send. Which kind of network is this? Perfect. So it has sent it to upstream. Then if I go and check and I reload my guy,
No.
so you can see it. We have our live demo one and live demo two. They are both online. So that's how I want you guys should do your stuff. Oh. I use God and beg you. I'm on my knees. Like anytime you guys want to
What
do
about
anything
the ad
side, let
collaborator?
it.
Ad collaborator.
Okay, you want to add? I should show you how to add collaborator. So
Yes.
who is? Give me your username. You click on settings. Then you see collaborator here. You click on collaborator and I'm coming. Let me enter my cohort. Make sure it's for authentication stuff. Cohort name. So I'll pick the cohort name for this one. Oh, still don't change. I'm coming now.
Yeah, but 7K, 7K go far.
All right. So once you've accessed this page, you can see I have not invited anybody yet, so I can add people. So give me your username. Anybody,
So, can I use Gmail now?
anybody with their user. Eh?
Can I use Gmail, right?
Yeah, username now. What's your username?
I never do that one. I don't remember how for head.
I don't understand. Oluwake, have you seen it?
I said I don't put that for head, though.
You don't know your username for it. Merry
Hmm.
Christmas. Tilolu, do you have a GitHub account? Are you on GitHub? Chamu,
Okay,
GitHub.
okay, Samad
GitHub is on.
dash score source. Sorry.
No, don't be me. You go do that thing. Just type am for this chat.
Okay. I will type it now.
The easiest way to get rich.
All right.
Okay.
So that one is for that one. Let's move on. Let's plan. Let's plan.
Long
So the
term,
third one now we want to
if you do
do.
that kind
That's
of
the
thing,
bank
don't
withdrawal
cost
logic.
you.
Let's go and do it.
For long term, what kind of brand would you
Let's
have?
go and do the bank withdrawal
You know,
logic.
that 30 something, 20 something. You get? That's what me and this thing I know.
Live
Say now I go do Instagram,
demo
come sell course.
I've
three
sent it.
demo.
You get? By
All
the
right,
time
I'll
I'm
check it.
35, 40
So we
something.
have our hard coded balance. Since I'm writing this program, or let's say it's unscripted. Unscripted, let's put your balance. What is your balance?
In the future, everybody
Ah,
start doing it. Ah,
empty.
it's like 10 years, 4 years, 5
Oh,
years.
God, what is your
Exactly.
balance?
You understand?
I
When you
have
do
put
that thing
3K.
now,
3K.
you can build your
So
name
this one are
now.
4 months, say 3K.
You make
All
money
right,
for
so
yourself. You make money for
this
yourself.
is how
Yeah,
many?
yeah,
30,
yeah.
30 million, like 300. I don't even know how many I write again.
The good thing is say my children
This
go
one,
school. They say,
let
this
me
guy
tell you
is
so.
this guy that his father
30
has
million.
influence on the society. Get. Yeah.
30
So my
million.
children just
You.
get highly paid.
So
Okay, I
if
don't
I
get
pick
them.
balance, I want to try something.
And they go another identity and the forex. That's that one that the money when get now, that's all he has.
Balance.
Happy farmer forex.
Demo 3 All right, so it works. That's what I wanted to do. So in Python,
So
you
we
can
can
use this
basically
underscore to
classify.
like separate.
For Nigerians,
What do you
that's
say?
money.
No, that's what I want to ask for. That's what I want to ask.
Those ones they
Yes,
do
you can
get
use it
money.
to separate numbers. So because you know that people like me that don't know, that does not understand math, number they add me to even understand what they happen. So it's easy for you to know how many amounts you have here. Yes, in Python.
Yeah.
So now we have this one, and then the question is withdrawal balance. Withdrawal balance, and then we tell them enter amount.
Exactly.
So
But
this is
that's
the
the easy
amount to
question.
withdraw that they want to enter.
Like the
And
idea
we
that
have
your
three
bank
rules that
decides
we
how
are
much
checking
money
for.
you have.
The first one is
That's the
withdraw,
easy question.
like we reject it if the balance is
Sorry,
greater than, if the
I want to
withdrawal
ask a
amount is
question.
greater than, yeah.
Sorry about that underscore that I use now. Let's assume that the user wants to like enter 30,000, and the user does not use
Why?
underscore
See, let me tell you
for
something.
the input value,
These men are
will it
bad.
work?
That's the funny thing.
Do you know the one
If
that
you
no pay
put
used to do?
underscore,
No, like this user don't they don't
Like
put
for me,
underscore there
both this government
while
of
entering
course
Guy,
it
you
the
know
will.
that
amount.
that's one thing
Will
why I
it
like
work?
Because
Backend
Python
is
already knows.
the model
Python
is
will
not
remove
good.
this
That's
one.
okay.
Like it
I don't
knows
give
that
a
yes now, but
this is
nobody will
3
like
million.
Nobody will know
You get
what
it's
is
just
going
for
on.
you
if they
for
are looking for
readability.
interest,
You
it's the
understand? It will
Like
not
government
because
pay
of
Okay.
to
okay now
hide
look
it.
at it.
You
I could
understand?
not
But they
see
will not come
just how
and
many
say,
zeros were here. Shey you get.
I support
So
this
for
person.
Yes,
I
yes,
readability's sake,
support
if
this
you put
because
it like this,
that
you're
person
able to
now can
understand that this
come
is
to
3
be
million,
against,
abi?
can come be against you.
yes,
You
yes.
understand?
Yes. So
The pool
this
of
is
business
just
are
for
too
you
much
as a
for you to
developer.
like take
Like
that
it's
risk
for
of being
readability.
vocal
It has
about
nothing
it.
to do with
yes.
your input.
That's the number one.
So if they
You
put just
understand? That's why I
3,000
see
without underscore,
government
it's
is
going to
kind of
work.
like retarded. See, you understand? This
No,
one
you
now will go
don't
ask
get
me,
my okay.
do you
I'm
think
talking
it's
about
working as
the
if they
input
can
value,
They don't need to put
Mm-hmm.
mouth. They don't need to put mouth.
Like
Just
like
they
go and
in
put
this
see.
if
withdrawal
they put it
balance
like
now.
this,
Nothing concern them, just be using your sense
Yes.
in the whole thing.
What you need to be
it will
doing
work.
is
That's what I'm saying.
to be laying
Okay, okay.
the groundwork for the
Like
government, for
this
any
one
government that is
is
in
the same
power,
as this
so
one.
that you too you
This
will
one,
know.
Yeah, I
Python
know.
just
You
like
understand?
for you for readability, Python
You
understands.
have friends that
If you
you
put
Yeah, I
know
think
that
underscore,
that's
like
okay.
underscore,
The
not
waited
dash,
for this
you look
government.
at it. If you put dash,
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
different. You see, it's giving
When
red.
you think
You
Yeah, I
put
he
know.
has a he
underscore,
vote. He say he votes. He
it's
say
for
he's nominating some
readability, for you
and
to
he
be able
votes
to count how many
for the government
zeros
that is going to help him, his company.
you get.
Yes. I guess. Yes, sir.
Alright. So now, if withdraw balance is less than, no, is it less than or is greater than
Look at that
the balance?
balance.
You get. If it's greater than the balance, what do
They
we
are
want
trying
to
to stop
do?
fake communication.
We
That
want to call
equals
them thief because they are a thief.
If name is
Na thief dem be.
build a
We
refinery,
call them
the
thief.
price of petrol will
I
go
tell
down.
you, you cannot
Price of petrol will go down. So many things will go down.
withdraw
they are now saying his oil
more
is
than
substandard.
what
It has sulfur
you
content.
have.
The same standard
uh,
that you.
Baba.
Fucking lie.
goes.
Fucking lie, bro. It will be more like I
So,
can't those ones. There will be
so we
more
are telling them they cannot withdraw more than what they have.
like
They should
make it
withdraw
more
what
cheaper.
they have.
So
Then we
there
can do
are
our else if
something
again and say, okay,
professional
if the withdrawal
people
balance
don't care.
is
They will
equals
say
to
that
balance, for the sake of our own app, our own fintech app that we are
That
building,
means
we'll tell
salary.
them,
Imagine you
okay,
to like mine,
we'll tell
you to
them
like a mining
with formatted
operation.
string,
The minister that is supposed to be in
withdrawn,
charge of that thing,
it
they
was funny.
refuse.
But I
withdrawn,
like the way that local use calculator. See the guy don't
how much
resign.
did they withdraw?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, resign.
Withdrawn,
Balance.
withdrawal
Yeah,
balance.
resign. That
And
local
they will
came
not
out
tell
to
them
trash him and say
your
all the
balance
children are
is
overseas.
the
Zero.
subtraction of
Like
that.
spending how many
You
millions of
understand,
dollars.
Abi?
Which person that
Yes.
So tell them
head of
your
Nigeria oil something
balance
something.
is
Imagine if
withdrawal
they ask him online, what
balance
happened to sign it? He say, who is, if they don't
balance
sign, if I don't sign, somebody will
minus
sign it. So
withdrawal
for now, we should
balance.
forget about
So
that.
this is your
Imagine.
new balance. That's if
That's
Balance.
the
they
way that located plan
want
very
to.
good
And the
see
other
see
one
this of
again,
government
if
Hello, lovelies. I think I shared this simple
withdrawal
breakfast with my
balance
kids. This is
is
perfect
less than
ingredients. It will
balance,
infuse you to sleep
we're going
and
to
have
repeat
enough rest. Please support
the
me
same
by sharing
thing.
this video. Thank you, and let's start cooking. Here is my cooked black eyed beans. I cooked overnight to get
It's
this
just
beautiful look. It
another
also helped to
accepted
prevent bloating. And here are my
transaction amount. So we're repeating the same thing again. You understand?
Okay.
Does not
Yeah.
understand that they should put numbers instead of
guy these people are
alphabets.
somehow guy you own a
Let's say,
restaurant
let's
come
say,
out
let's
you understand
see who is going to give
you
us
own
an
a
amount.
restaurant
Tilolu,
then
Tilolu,
you
Tilolu.
2 million.
your they are
Oh yeah.
customers are
Now
tipping
give us amount.
your waiters you understand will you collect the money how will you collect the money
They are collecting the
you
money.
collect money what kind of thing is that my uncle owns a restaurant so you collect it and the money yeah are you seeing it guy you know that this Jewish you know that Gordon this thing guy that
Sorry, we can't hear you.
is a chef
Uh,
you understand so we went to one Israeli man's restaurant
where do you see it?
like on this thing now on Twitter the guy dey collect the tip from the waiter o. I know people are so they are so greedy $10 tips him dey collect am. Person wey dey beg
My ripe plantain, I washed so that I don't transfer dirt while slicing
So
it.
Chisom, are you with
Remove
us?
peel and
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Sorry, I'm having network issues.
All right.
Yes.
Who will I call?
So have you stopped the streaming?
Yeah, I'm sharing it again.
Okay.
Like my network went off.
All right.
So let me know. Can you see it?
Not okay. Not yet, Sha. Still loading.
Okay. So
I
Tilolu,
can see it now.
give me amount. Our network has run
Okay,
away.
Solomon.
She has run away. Chisholm's network is bad.
Solo,
Adele,
can you hear
we
me?
cannot hear anything. Probably she's listening and not saying anything. And Eman is at work. Chamu has bad network. Chamu, how far is your network okay now?
Solomon, can you hear me now?
Daniel is talking. Oh,
Oh, I muted his mic before.
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. Just if you're putting for the recording, chill, I'm coming. For the
I
recording,
muted him before from here.
okay, once you're recording,
That's the
while sorry, while doing the showing the code and everything, while streaming rather, put it on full screen view so that it will enter the recording screen. You understand?
which one? Which one?
Like once you're coding now and all, you understand? Once you're
Yes.
streaming rather, just put it on full screen view. There's this at the lower right of your screen. You understand? You see this yeah,
This
exactly.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, put it on full.
Okay.
Good. Perfect. Now let's go. You can
All right.
continue.
Our engineer. All right. So who am I going to call? All of now where they hide myself. Only unscripted is here. Chisom, is your network okay now? Hey man, all right. So give us an amount to use. Amount for the withdrawal. If we talk, I not hear anything.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
that
How many zeros we
that
get? G
I will let you look.
10 million. Now understand. We get 3 million for account. Yeah, now let's try. Let's see. Let's see if our program can beat thief like this.
So probably withdraw money fast
See
fast.
one thing. Nah, thief, now you be. So
You beat
okay,
it.
like I want to even see if I do something like this, will it actually work too? Do you know so? So this is 10 million, right?
Yes.
Exactly. My guy did not wait first to
You
no,
know.
it worked to it worked. It is we
Okay, string.
this stuff. Let's just make it an integer and let's see. It worked actually. Sure you get.
Yeah.
It's because we did not convert it that time. So let's do the same thing again. Let's see. 10 million. So my guy,
Why you be thief? You be
a
thief.
thief you be. Oh. Hey man, so let's see. Let's try another one. Let's try something that is in line. Let's try something that is in line. All right, unscripted. Give us another number that is not going to turn us to the
Okay.
thief. Actually, so give us another one.
Two
Hello,
two point
hello,
five.
Mr. Solomon. I don't know if you can hear me.
Mrs. Chisholm,
Hello?
I can hear you. Hello.
Okay, sorry. I don't know today's class. Like, I don't know. I don't understand anything. Just coming. I'm saying if, and if, else. I don't know. Can you please like just
No,
like go
now
back a little for
before
my
withdraw
sake?
now,
I beg.
A little. We can't go back a little because we've gone. Look at it. When in life there will be three, not even one or two. So we're building. Everything is building on top each other. Anyways, let me explain what is going on now on this one you are seeing. Let me
Thank
explain
you.
what is going on. Do you remember your if statement? And so do you remember your if statement, your conditional statement?
Yes, yes. If and else if.
Yes. So we have multiple scenarios we're checking for. Look at the question. I think from the question you get the whole gist. Now this is the question now, the task they give to us. We're building a bank withdrawal logic. And then the task is we have input that we'll be getting from the user. The balance is hard coded because we are not going to imagine OP is asking you what is your account balance. Like imagine now, are they not meant to have your balance based on the amount you deposit? You understand? So they can't ask you for your balance. They are the ones who provide
Guy,
you
you
the
used to have
balance
this
based
next
on the
email.
amount that has been deposited in your account. So that's why we have hard coded balance here. So this
Which
balance
one?
is hard coded. And for our own program, we said our own hard coded balance
It
is
will
three
still be
million
there
naira.
unless
We never
the
to get
thing
it.
has not
That's why
expired.
we have 3 million naira. And then the one that we're going to ask from the user is going to be the withdraw amount. How much do you want to withdraw from the balance? You understand? Now the rules we are checking for, edge cases we're checking for is if the withdraw amount that they want to withdraw
That
is
guy,
greater than the
all
balance
my,
we
all
have,
my,
that's actually a tip. Imagine you have just 10,000 naira in your OP
if you
and
just
you now go and put
go,
20,000 naira to withdraw. Like, bro,
like,
that's
the way,
thievery. A
it's
thief
more like
will
because
be.
our life,
Shey you
yeah,
get. So the second one is
yeah,
we're
but I don't
checking
know why
if the
people are not
withdrawal
like, you're not
balance
just
is
having balance,
equals
you're
to
always having
balance. So
problem.
before
There's
we go
something
to
that
this
is
place,
directly
we
affecting
went to
you,
check
there's
online
probably
and
person
ask
just want
how much is the limit to withdraw from OP. And based on our research,
or
we
you
found
just
out that you can withdraw
not
up
everything
to,
that
in
no
fact, you
no
can
no
send
no
out
cost
or you
that
can withdraw up to 1 naira.
alright
So meaning if you have 1 naira
later
saved in
yeah
your OP, you
we
can
have
withdraw the last 1 naira
our
out.
data most
You
of them
understand?
no
So you can
how
withdraw
about
1 naira and you'll be left with 0 naira in
yeah
your account.
yeah night level
Does that make sense to you?
if I'm around there
So we are
now
going to use that same pattern
I
and
will
say,
just
okay,
buy
we're
that
building
one
our own
I'll be
fintech.
thinking on one
And since
very
we're building our
abstract
fintech
nonsense
app,
like
what
one very
is the
scheme
maximum amount they
that
can
anybody
withdraw
can follow
based on the
you
balance?
understand
So if you
anybody
have 10
can follow
naira, you
you
can
know
withdraw your
that
entire
thing
10
and
naira. We don't want to hold
everything
anything. We don't want to tell you
because I
or
dey get
leverage
plenty
you on
fucking things
bring this
God dey
one.
fear
Don't
me
worry, keep it for you. Yeah, any year you come back, come and use it. No, if you want to withdraw your money, you take it and you go. Then the third rule we are checking for is if the withdrawal is less than balance, which is actually normal. Like that's normal. If you have 10,000 naira and you are withdrawing 5,000
guy
naira,
low key
it
person go dey
makes
wish
sense
say
now.
him dey
You'll be left
go
with
dey wish say
whatever
him
you have.
dey
So that's what we built then. You understand?
but
So we now
the thing
translated it
that
Yes,
into
sir.
look at
like
it
like
here.
I
The
know
first
but
one
like
is the hard
when I
coded
reach
stuff I talked
the
about.
reach
3
just
million
know
naira
reach
balance.
okay
That's what we
for
have.
that year this not
Then
so
the
yeah
withdrawal
Okay.
balance is asking the user for the amount.
I the picture is
We're
like
asking the
imagine
user for the
that
Okay.
amount that they want to
high
withdraw. And
level
we
of
converted we converted it
maturity
Yes, sir.
when you
to
realize
integer
that's
because
what
what
makes
we have in our
life
balance
hard
is an
abi
integer. So we converted it to integer. Then our first if statement, which is the first rule, we said if the balance is greater than the if the withdrawal balance is greater or withdrawal amount. I don't know how I put withdrawal balance. Withdrawal amount, maybe that one will help me then understand it. If the withdrawal amount is greater than balance, then we want to tell them what? Thief, because obviously that person is a thief. You cannot withdraw more
Yeah.
than what you have. Then
Yeah.
let me correct this one still.
I remember that
Amount,
time you were suffering brain
withdrawal amount.
guy I'll never forget that Rayman equations that
Amount.
fucking lecturer that gave us equation
This one
that
too.
there was no solution do you remember that time yes I think it's maths it's one third year maths like that third year engineering maths
Alright.
yeah
So
but
the
we're doing
second rule
differential
is
equations
if the withdrawal
I
amount
think it's
is
easy
the
oh
same as the balance, since we
that's
are
what you remember
replicating what
omo
platforms like OP
in
are
fact yeah
doing,
we get
yes,
the
we would allow them to withdraw that same amount. withdraw amount. So if you have 3 million naira, you're withdrawing 3 million naira, you'll be left with what? Zero naira. So zero, you can just put it NGN because it's naira we're dealing with here. NGN. Then the last one, which is the last row, withdrawal amount is less than balance, which is the normal stuff. Yeah? You've withdrawn the amount and then you are left with that balance. So any question on what I've explained?
What you just explained
Chisu?
now. Don't have a
Wait.
system. Can you still learn this back?
Oh, this is someone else. Omo.
Dollar?
Make I baff guy.
I'm coming. Make I check the name. Omotola Fumilayo. So they say the name. All right. So what's the question?
Okay, like outside what you just said now, if you don't have a system, can you still like learn this back end?
If you don't have a system, do you have a
Yeah.
good phone?
I won't really see a good phone, Sha. Just there.
The phone is just there.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Let me show you guys something. So, should in case you have someone who does not have like a good phone or a laptop at the moment, so you can check this guy. This guy, Replit. Replit is you can use it on your mobile phone. With Replit, you can write like you can build any stuff on your phone. You get so if you are using a phone to like write code, this is going to be one of your story when you later get your laptop and tell them, oh, when I started writing code, I was using a phone. So you can use Replit to like build stuff with Replit. So you don't have any issues at all. Motola, you understand? Motola, did you get what I said just now? I hope it's not my network. Unscripted, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you?
Okay, because now you be my testing, make I know say I don't, make I know say my network still good. All right, Chisu, did you get the explanation I gave?
Yes, yes, I understand the explanation. Thank you so much.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's move on to the questions. We have spent our time and we are just going to read them. So should withdrawing all money be allowed based on our own
Yes,
application? Should withdrawing all money be allowed?
yes,
Unscripted.
now you get
Chisu,
them now.
and you get that? Okay. So what happens if withdraw is zero? What happens if withdraw is zero?
Yes, the account will just be there. That bank is done that.
So what happens if we want to withdraw negative?
That should be Baba go hustle.
Eh?
Baba go hustle.
If no, no, if what happens if withdraw is negative?
Okay,
We
if
can
negative
trick
have
the
it.
system.
Oh,
Let's did we
wait,
cover
oh,
that edge case? Let's look
I'm
at
not
it. Did we
sure.
even cover it?
Wait, first of all, we have first of all have to ask like, does Python like read minus negative number?
Yes, now it does.
So
So
if
now let's say 2x minus. So look at what
ah,
happened now. you see, you
this one will
see,
work for OP, sha.
we,
I go try for OP
you
first.
see, of course, because they've covered all edge cases. We did how many edge cases did we cover here? We did not cover any edge case here. We just assumed that we built the best system ever. So look
Yeah.
at how this thing played with us. Minus
It's still
times
called
minus
Adam
is what?
again.
Yes,
Plus,
minus times minus is what? Is plus. So you see the
plus,
sense
plus.
there. Minus times minus is plus. That's what he did for us here. Yeah, you
Okay,
see that kind of
okay,
stuff now.
okay. Yes, 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 yeah.
So that's another trick that we don't want. We don't
This is
want
a, it's like
that stuff.
mathematics
So
school.
as we are going forward in it, we'll be covering edge cases and then we'll be stopping those things. If it is not like if it is a low level languages, like let's say for Rust, for example, now you have what they call unsigned integer and signed integer. So unsigned integer is from 0 down to, I don't know the last one, but everything is positive. You get unsigned though. Then signed now can have minus and then have plus together. And they have their own useful cases. But in this one that we're building, we don't want to be dealing with minus here. Just imagine your conventional bank. You know, there's issue like that, and they, instead of saying it is mistake from their IT department, they will tell you that you are owing because I've not used this account for like 1 year or 2 years now. You're not telling me for maintenance and all those things. I'm owing you 5,000 naira. Are you mad?
As how
I don't
now.
understand. Block my account now. Which one be you are owing me? You have been maintaining. What are you maintaining? You're maintaining zero naira account or what? So let's move on. Salary loan approval. The rules here, age is this one is very straightforward and easy for demo 4. So before we go to demo 4, let's do our normal thing. Remember, git add all. No, I would add, I don't want to add all.
It's
I would add live demo 3.py, but that's the file I just worked on.
so
Live
the
demo
so
3.
You are so lonely.
And then the message. What did we do just now? We did withdraw waiting.
so the this add dot the dot there is all Abi.
Yeah, the dot is all. I'm adding all five. But I don't want to add that first one I did there. That's why. So bank withdrawal
All right.
logic. That's what we just did. Bank withdrawal logic. All right. So I've pushed down to this stuff. All right. So let's go to live demo 4. Live demo 4.py. So for the live demo 4.py, straight stuff, simple stuff. Would the rules there is the age must be equals to or greater than 21, and the salary must be equals to or greater than 50,000 before you can approve them to take loan. You get now.
So easy.
So
Mm.
we'll say age. Let's code all this one. Person's age is 29. Then their salary, you can say the salary is the earn. This Nigeria too poor. Let's say they earn 100K for their salary. So we'll say if age is greater than or equals to 21 and salary is greater than or equals to 50,000, then we can now say what you are approved. Else, let's just else it. Let's not else it. Print what you are not approved. Any question on this one? Because this is very straightforward.
No.
This is straightforward now, Abi. So they
Yeah.
are approved. If their salary is 10,000, and let's say they are doing cleaner work, you are not approved. Even if your age is 29, we don't care about your age. We care about your money.
Yes.
Money is the thing that we care about in this case. So as usual again, git add demo live,
Oh,
yeah, live demo 4.py, then git commit message. What did we do? What did we do?
loan approval.
Um, loan approval. Loan approval. All right. So if you come here, you will see how, look at this down here. You see how this commit stuff are going line by line together. We're still in the same branch, main branch. We've not created a new branch. So you can see everything
Yes.
is in line. You see it's connected because they're in the same line. But the moment we create a new branch, it will create a new family like that and start doing the merging and whatever. So the next
Okay.
one, loop through students. So we have for the tax, we have list of students, we have unscripted, we have wait, manifest did not come today. That guy.
Now so
So we have unscripted, we have Chamu, we have Chisel, and then we have manifest. Then we'll print greeting for each and every one of you. Now this is interesting. So for five, let's make it five. Live demo five dot py. So we have students, list of students. The first one is unscripted. Then the second one is Chamu. Then the third one is Chisu. Then the fourth one is Manifest. Alright. So if you want to look through your student, like get each student, this is where your for loop is very, very, very good for that because your for loop would iterate through sequence. This is sequence, like it's in sequence like this. So you have student and say for student A, student. It's just like saying for every ball in that basket, I want to take one of them. Or for example, you have like crate of egg now. You now say for each egg in that crate of egg, in each crate of egg, I think there are 30 eggs in a crate, Abby. So you now say for each egg in the crate of egg, I'll fry one each, like I'm usually doing here. And I can just print student. So I print student this way. If I print student this way, you can see I'm able to print all the students one after the other. Like I started from the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. Now in your list, if you think of it, you can think of a list like this. For example, you're in a house or a street. You have like a street. All streets will start with one. There's always a number one in all streets. That's the first house there. Then number two, number three, number four, number five, like that. So it's in order like that. That's the same way this your list is in order. But then the only difference between your street, if you think of it, and this particular list is that your street is starting from number one, while this list is starting from zero. So if I want to access this unscripted, it's with what? What is the starting point?
zero.
Zero.
Zero, yes, because that's the index position. So it's starting from zero. Zero, one, two, three. We know the length is four. That's normal. That's for human readable, so you understand what is happening there. But your own computer, or let's say your machine, or your interpreter, as Python uses it, understands that the first house in a list is containing what has a number of what zero. That's the address. That's the way you would understand it. It's just like telling a bike man, I'm going to number so. The bike man will go take you there straight because you already gave him the number. So it's the same thing with this one. You tell your interpreter, I'm going to index, let's say, let me comment out this one and say, okay, let me at first. Chiso, if I wanted to access your house here, what is your index number? Chiso, if I wanted to access your house here, what is your index number? Or what is your house number? Chiso is like
My index number will be two.
two. Yeah, Agba programmer, senior woman, the
Bro.
boss.
I don't miss Sam.
You get down, calm down. All right. So she said two. Let's cross our fingers. She get down, she. All right. So
So I
we
want to
understand
ask
how that
a
one
question now.
works now. Yeah. Go on.
What if I want to print two students out of this?
You want to print?
Two students, like I want to print unscripted and Chamo now, but I don't want to use print statement twice. Can I do that?
Oh, so you want to go to the slicing part of things. Or do we want to
Yeah.
slice now? You can do that if I remember how slicing even works. So you specify with this column stuff, and then this, are we starting? Are we giving a starting point? Let's see, Sha. I don't know if I will get it to remember, but we'll play with it and see. So this one is
Okay.
giving me unscripted and chisel. So it's skipping one from here. So did I get
Hi,
that
big
part?
boys.
Let's see. That one
You're
is
one time.
skipping. We told it to skip. So you can see it now.
You're
So if I
one
put
day.
only one
Today, you're
column, I got from zero down to, so this is zero to, you get zero
One,
to
yeah.
two, or is one exclusive as we did it that time, if you remember,
Okay. Yes.
in the range, like how we did it for range. So that's what is happening here.
Mhm.
All right. So we'll, I,
Okay.
are we going to talk more about slicing
Let's
tonight,
conjure.
or I've introduced you guys to it like this?
Let's conjure.
Now we've printed it, and the question is telling us to do what? To print greeting for each of them. So it's straightforward. We've done that one
I see
already. All
something
we
that was
just want to
full.
do
No, no,
is
no.
we tell them
Guy, man, book safe.
welcome,
Now, while I safe, I don't understand.
welcome. Let me add the remaining students now. How many of us are here? I have
Is it up to 30 minutes?
Chisu manifest. I have
Record.
Eman. I have Tilulu. Tilulu. And then I have Daniel. I have Goswe. Goswe. Who am I missing? Oh? Nobody. All right. So now it's printing welcome on third. Welcome. We can see it's spring out well on script. Welcome, charm, welcome that one for that one. Let's move on. So let's move on. Let's hit again as usual. Live demo. I hope I'm teaching you guys best practice like this, because everything, every feature, every changes you made and you know it is good to go. Always commit. Always make it an habit. Always commit. Any English that's correct. Sharp, put it back of your mind that you always commit and push it.
For me, see.
Please don't commit sin. And then look through students. That's what we did. Look through students. Look through students. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Multiplication engine, Jesus.
Mhm.
So how this one is going to work is we're going to ask the user to enter number, and they will
Okay.
print the timetable from 1 to 2 of that particular number. So the user should enter something like 2. We do 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3. You get? Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. It should be straightforward. Let me ask you, what do you think we can use for this kind of problem? Which way? Based on what we've done so
You
far,
can
there's
use
this.
can
We
use
can use
for
what?
loop with continue function.
We can use for loop.
Yes, with continue function.
What are we
I guess
continuing
that
for?
like so if the let me just say now for let me just say assuming now for number one and number two, you should add it up. Sorry, you should multiply it. So after multiplication like that,
No, you are saying continue. Like I'm wondering, why are we using continue?
like from like let me just say now for number one plus one, then you should continue again. Number two, number one plus another one. So it's going to adding it up.
Okay, I get what you are saying, but you are missing it. See, you don't need continue in this case. What you need is your range. Look at it
Okay.
for let me say for better way. So for number in range, or for this for number for table. looking for the English that is going to be very better. For number in range. Now remember, your starting point by default is always zero. But what we want to do now is do one to what? To 13.
12
Because
to 13.
remember,
Yeah,
13 is
yeah, yeah.
exclusive. So it's going to go from 1 to what? To 12.
12.
We've solved our case like this. Then we can now do print. Simple thing. We now do print number. We can say, let's call this one user number. So it's not going to confuse us. User num. So print user num times num. So get that one two times, one, two, two
Mm.
times two. So let's
That's
get
more.
that. Now.
Yes,
So we do
yes.
user num times num is equals to user num times num. So this is self-explanatory. So it's going to be, if you put two, it's going to be two times one, two, two times two, four, two
Oh,
times three, six, like that,
see.
like that, like that. Now there I stop because I don't remember the many multiplication table. Maybe they will key. They didn't really teach us these things. So let's do, this is going to be six, right? Six.
Yes.
Sorry,
Did I get it?
Mm.
Oh,
please,
can I put, yeah, who is that?
That's why.
it's Chilolu. Please, can you like explain it again?
Alright. So you understand this first line, right?
No, everything, everything.
Okay. Okay, this input is getting the user's input. By default, it's always returning a string. So it means if I write two in my terminal, the two is not going to come out as a number. It's going to come out as a string of number. You understand? So it's going to be like two in quotes surrounded with it. So this our that empty integer is converting that string in quotes to what? To a number. So what we're going to have here is going to be what? An integer of num2 or 3 or 4, whatever we write here. Now our
Then
for
you know
loop,
that you are not like
the
you are
best way
not
to use a
changed.
for
Like
loop is when you have a range, like you
like
know where you are
I
iterating
swear.
to, you know your stopping point. That's the best time
If
you
there's
use
a
a
point in your
for
life
loop.
that
The best time you
you just
use a
need
while loop
to
is you have no idea of your stopping point. Example, a game. You don't know when your game will end. You don't know when the enemy will kill you. You don't know at what level you will stop at. So that's why I use a while loop to continue iterating frame per second, like that, like that, like that, like that. I think that's one best case scenario. But your for loop now, you know a range. You have a range that you're going to like based on the question. It's saying we should print the multiplication engine from 1 to 12. Now this range we are using here is a built-in, is a class I'll call it now function. Now it's a built-in class that has a start and a stop, and then you have step. Step is you want to skip. Okay, let's say 1 to 13, 1 to 12. You want to skip by two steps. So it's going to go 1 to skip 2, skip 3, go to 4, skip 5, skip 6, go to 7. But we're not doing that one here. What we are focusing on is this start and stop point. So in this range, the range you are starting from, by default, if you're not specifying a range, it's always going to be 0. But here we're specifying a range because we want to go from range 1 down to 12. And the reason why we're writing 13 is because the stopping range is exclusive. It means it will ignore this 13 and to stop at what? 12. So we're going from 1 down to 12. So if I print num like this, num is what is going to, num is the variable containing each iteration that we are iterating. So if I comment out this one and I run this one, if I comment out this one and I run this one, you can see it. Can you see it now? So it did it. It did what? Why did I print one? Print num.
Shut down.
So again, 5. So you can see it. I printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 12. So you see, this has solved half of our problem because now we can print out 1 to 12. And we want to use, based on the user's number, we want to do what? We want to create the multiplication table for it. So that's why we've done this print statement here. So this print statement, this F is a formatted string that will do what? That collects a placeholder. We don't know what the user value will be here. And we don't know which iteration we are iterating at. So that's what we want to do. And then this one is now going to multiply them together. That's what we are doing. So now if I run this code and I say we want to create multiplication table for 5, so you can
nobody,
see it.
oh, bro.
5 times
I
1,
swear
5,
to
5
God.
times 2, 10, 5 times
No,
3,
you know
15,
you
5
are
times
like
4,
you are
20,
doing
5 times 5,
yeah.
25, 5 times 6, 30, 35, and so on to this part. Now, any question?
There's one that came to my door. Nothing. Was inside.
Any question?
Yeah. There's one of my neighbor that now
No,
understood
no,
the
okay.
Wait, can we
So,
run the code of plus minus
you say what?
for can we run it on either addition, subtraction, or just only taking for multiplication?
Look at it here. This is only a multiplication table we created because of this asterisk. This asterisk is for multiplication. When you want to multiply two operands together, you use asterisk. If you wanted to do addition, you put plus there, and if you do that one, you put 5. You can see this is addition. I did not change this one. I should have changed it to plus here. Let me change it to plus so that before I start here, I did not change it. So you can see it's 5 plus 1, 6, 5 plus 2, 7, 5 plus 3, like that, like that, like that, like that. So you just need to change just this to small. So this is going to be multiplication. This is multiplication. Alright, so let's push again. Let's push as usual. Hit add live demo 6.py. Alright, then hit commit. What did we do? We created a multiplication engine. Hit multiplication engine.
Go okay.
So now we've committed 6 times already. Nice, making progress. So demo 7, this is a quick question. Look at this code on your screen now. Why true? Omotola, I answered your question then. Did you get it? Omotola, did you get your question? Did you get the answer to your question? Anyways, why she's still finding it hard to respond? Chisom, what would happen? How does this loop stop? What would happen to this loop when we do something like this? Why true print running? Tell me.
Sorry, Mr. Solomon, I didn't get the question.
Yeah, look at your screen now. You can see the code there. Why true print running? So this is what they call infinite loop trap.
Okay.
How do we stop this code from looping infinitely?
Okay, how do we stop it from running?
Let me replicate it on my screen. So I'm going to demo live demo 7. Live demo 7.p1. And then we have while true. We want to print what? Run it. Well, I'm not going to spoil my system, but I'll show you.
This one I feel is now.
Not be small one. So I'll show you what is going on. But you can try it on your system and no problem.
No.
Happy New Year to your system. So if I run this code, you can see what is going on. I beg. So you can see it's just printing, running, not stopping. And me, I don't have money to buy a new laptop. So the first one is how do we stop this? How do we stop it? I did one. If it is on your screen,
that was break now.
If you're on your system, like the moment it's already running like that, like you've seen an infinite loop, easy. You just do Control C, Control plus C, it will stop it. That's one.
Okay.
So look at it. It's a keyboard interrupt because I did what? Control plus C. So that's
so Control C for stopping.
Yeah, Control C would stop it. Then in the code itself now, you need to like
Okay.
build a race system that you are checking for. Remember, I told you guys that one of the ways you use your while loop is something like, let's say, imagine I give you a condition. I said, while Nigeria is not better, keep on standing. Do you know how many years
Ah.
you stand for, Chiso? You see that kind of
Understand.
condition I gave you now. So I said, why Nigeria is not better, keep on standing. Nigeria has not been better even before they gave it to my father. so, so imagine how long you will be standing. You probably will
I
be
guess that
standing for
example
like
will make
60
me
years.
remind a function of while loop.
So you see how that while loop works. So you need a condition to break out of that loop. Like in your case, now Nigeria needs to be better for you to break out of that loop. And if Nigeria does not get better, that is an infinite loop for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So that's how infinite loops work. So it's very dangerous if you don't have a condition to break out of it. Like in this case now, we said while true print running. Then let's say we give a counter. Let's give a counter and say okay, counter is 12. You get, then we can now say counter minus equals to 1. Like I'm reducing the counter. Then we can now check here and say if counter is equals to what? 0. We want to do what? Break. So we want to break out of this loop. Then we can print running and then print the counter side of the running and say running, maybe running 12, running 11. So it's just like a counting system. It's counting backwards now in this case. So we can do like this. So you can see it running 12, running
Okay.
11, running 10, running 9, running 8, running 7, running 6, running 5, running 4, like that down to 0.
Okay.
And then we break out of the loop. Or if you don't want to print the 0 and you want it to stop at 1, it's just matter of placement in this case. Positioning matters. Okay? See the way you position yourself, that's how you see opportunity. So positioning matters in this case because now we have subtracted it, and then if it checks for here and say, okay, this guy is 0 here, will it even work? Because this one is not looking right. Or it worked actually. That's how I'm gonna give myself
W's.
the time plot. It's not easy. What do you say?
The W's.
You know it's not W's. You know it's small English, right? Alright, so any question on this?
Yeah.
Chiso, Umilayo, and Tilulu. Eman, Alpha. Any question?
No question.
Ask your
No
question,
question.
though. Ask,
Chiso,
ask.
Question.
Daniel.
Yeah?
So,
Alpha.
so what I want to add is, um, for you, in order for you to stop the infinite loop, you have
Uh-huh.
to use this command that you gave it, like,
Control C to force it on your terminal. That is only going to work on your terminal. It's not stopping
okay,
anything if you
not
come
on
and
the
print a
code.
mistake on live server.
Okay, okay.
So normally it's just for you to write something that is correct like this. So this is a loop that would break once the condition is met. Remember the condition was 12, so it was still false. You get, then we now set this condition here. This is the condition we said. We said once the counter is 0, do what? Break out of the loop. You
Okay.
understand? All right.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Tilolu, I've not heard from you for like 20 years now. What happened? The code is already hard.
I said no problem. Said I
Okay.
understood. Yes, I
Okay.
said it.
Okay. Okay. Omotola. Omotola Johnson. Okay. So this one is function for grade input. This is the function part obtained now. So this is function. Function. What is a function? A function is just like a reusable block of code. If you really don't want to repeat yourself like 100 times or so, you have like a function that does that. You build a function that will do what that you call again and again and again instead of rewriting those statements and logic. So now we have a function. and would input score inside of the function and will return the grade. So it's just like a grading system. This is a function for returning grade. The grading system that we're building for this one. So say live demo
Yeah,
8.py. So this is a grading system. So we can say dev grader. This is grader. We're getting the user's input for this one. Based on the input is the score. The input we're getting is the score, the user score. They will not grade the student based on the what? On the score. So for a simple, we would have just print simple stuff there. Print simple stuff. Then let's see how we build this one that will make it not so complex. Let's see how are we going to build this one. So let's say if input is less than 40. So this input is of type integer. So if it's less than 40, we'll return grade. So return what? What are we returning? If you have 40, is it F or E? Let's say E for our own
That's
here. What do you say?
E.
So if input is less than 60, we'll return D, and L if input is less than 80, we'll return. Okay, let's say C for this one because we cannot have being 60. How you going to get 60? So we can just return what's the name?
B.
We'll return
B.
B. Then if it is less than 100,
once it comes to money.
we can say else here or L if 2. Then we can return A. Now, this return is not actually good. You can just come here and put grade and put it like this. Then your grade, you update your grade value with what they have. So grade is C, grade is B, and then grade is this. Then you just return grade here. Now this is not actually going to be the best one here, but you get the gist there. So based on the user's input, we are going to return this stuff like this. So if the user should get 40, 60, 80, or 100. For 40 they have E, for 60 they have C, for 80 they have B, for 100 they have A. Then the else, we can use else too and say we can just print out, but it's not good. So let's just return here. Let's just return here and say wrong input. So wrong score input. And then now, this was one of the questions we asked on Monday. Now I've created this grader function. If I run this program, will it work?
No.
Eh?
No.
I cannot hear you.
No.
Why?
Because there's no like brackets open and close there.
Bracket open and close. No, that's
Yeah.
wrong.
That's my case.
Rest your case. What about you, Chisu? Any idea? Tilolu. Any idea? Any idea? Nobody. No idea.
I get no value from the first day.
What do you say?
It's not only for the first day.
All right. Let's So this is it now. When you define a function, your interpreter actually ignores it because you only defined a function. You did not call the function. This function becomes useful
Baby boy.
when you call the function. So now we want to call our function. We'll call the function and then it's expecting what? A value. But all this function without adding the value, we'll get an error. So let's look at the error it will give us. It will tell us type error, grader missing one required positional argument input. So it was expecting us to write like an input inside of it, and we did not write the input. So we need to do what? We need to write or add the input. Do you understand? So now, if we
Yes.
put 54 as the input, what's going to be another one again? Another thing to notice. If I put 54 as the input and I try to run this code again, it won't still display any output. Fine, we know if we put 54, 54 is less than, yeah, so we should be expecting a C as our grade. But it's not going to run anything because we are using a return type. This return type only returns a value to our function.
Okay.
So this function is containing that value, but it does not have any print stuff. So if I run it like this now, you see nothing is printing out. So for us to print out a value, we can do something. Two things: you can assign that value to a new variable, and then you now print out the grade. That's one there because maybe you want to use it. So you see now we've gotten C because for 54 you have C. If you have 54 from 40 up to 60, you have what? C for your grading there. So or if you want to do it easily, just because you wanted to print it fast, you just print it on 8 like that. So you can print it on 8 like this, and then if you run your code, you get your C again. So that's how this function with return types work. So we were able to get this one. So you can even make it, you can use your formatter and say your grade is, get, imagine Viva gives you your grade like this. So you can see it, your grade is C. So any question on this one so far?
The first one you did, you assign the grade to another variable.
What do you say?
I say you assign the grade to another variable for like the function. You assign it to a variable. Then in this case now you did print it again. What was it, like the difference between both of them?
The difference there is, let's say you want to use that variable for other things. Like you want to get a value, but you want to use it to do other things. Say for C now, you want to say, oh, if it is C, you have a special message you want to send for C. So I can do like this and say, okay, grade is equals to grader, and then 54, right? And I say if grade is equals to C, there's something I want to do. You get? I want to say you passed more. I want to say you pass more. Or else if grade, you see now I can use it to do a lot of things, is equals to A, and then I want to scream excellent to that person. So I can say excellent. So you see now I'm making it very much explicit in this case now. Because
Okay.
now there's a lot of things. See now, for 54 you pass more. But if I should put something like say 98, you see now screaming excellent for me. So you see
So
the usefulness of
in this case
passing
now,
it
when you
to a
assign
variable.
we can still use this grader to put a input function there, right? Like enter your input, then it's going to grade it automatically.
Inside of this grader,
No. You've defined the function already.
yes.
So you assign the grade to grader to grade it. But inside this grader now, can we use
I
input
can
function?
get user input and like even inside of
That's
yes, if
what
I can even put
like
input
okay.
here
Yes.
and
It's not going
say
to automatically grade.
enter score, you get. So I can make
Yes.
it like you can do a lot of nonsense in Python actually. So I can do 99 like this. So why? Because this one is expecting an integer. We already know that one. So we just need to wrap
Mm.
it inside of our our integer guy. So this one again, then we'll do the same thing again, 98, and you see it is working excellent. So you see how crazy it is. But these things will take a lot of practice for you to like understand how they are working.
It works.
So it takes a lot of practice. Now let's push this one. Push, push, push. Where is our push guy? Where is you? Okay, git add it, right? Then git fit. Okay. What did we just do now, sir?
Grader. Score
Eh?
grader. Define function and score grader. Score grader.
Function for grade. Okay.
Yes.
Function for grade. Function for grade. All right. Then this one create functions for add, subtract, multiply. Chisom, Tilolu, any question so far? Any question so far?
Yes. Can you go back to the
Yeah. What is the question? What is the
you
question?
could
I can't hear you.
okay. There's one that you did that you put integer and you said enter
Okay,
the
the input.
the number. Yes, the input, yeah.
Yeah, that one is okay. I added it inside directly as an input just to get like now. Let's assume we are building this program for like a lecturer. Like the lecturer want to record each student's score. You understand? So this one we did here is add coding. Like we add coded it and we assume that the score that they want to add there is 65. Assume that we want to make it a dynamic program. I want to get score. So we say score. We now say int and input. This int and input, remember, is getting the user's input. So we now say enter student score. So you see it now. So once we enter the student score, we can now add it here as the input that we've gotten. Anything they write there is going to be saved instead of score, and then score is assigned to this grader, and this grader function is doing this stuff. You understand? So if you run this guy, you cannot put 99, or let's say the student is actually Olodo like me, and I put 24. So you see now, there's actually nothing for 24 because 24 is returning E, and we did not add any E here. So we can put another elif and say grade equals to E, and they will print and tell them the truth. You failed woefully. So you see it now. So I'm not going to like sugarcoat it and say you can try again. We know that you are not feeling well today. That's right. No, you failed. So now they have 20. Now you can see it. The students failed like
Yes.
you failed woefully. You understand?
Not me, God forbid.
All right, do you get that part now?
Yes, I guess it's thank you.
All right. So again, I will need to push it again because we did some changes, and we can just say fix. We can call this one fix. Instead of writing fit, but now we can say fix and say made it dynamic. All right. So for these other two guys here, on Saturday we would have the open lab. So I would use the opportunity to talk more about them. But before then, you guys will go and do exercises. You have 10 exercises that you guys will do and push for me. And then the group mini project, I'm going to assign you guys to get it done. So yes, where are you?
Wait, we are still doing the one that you did for us now.
What is it?
The exercise that you did for us, we are doing it on our own.
This exercise 1 to 10, you are doing it on your own, but the mini project you are doing it with someone. I'll pair you guys in two groups for
All right.
this one. So in two groups, let me see who is available. Chisom, Eman, Eman and Tilolu.
Yeah, you go.
Cartel!
Yes, two guys. You guys contact in the back end. Tag yourself. You guys are together. Unscripted
Tablet boy. Tested it.
and Chisu. You guys are together. Then if Daniel and Godswill decided they want to join, let me look for trouble. Daniel and Godswill, you guys are together. Daniel and Godswill. All right. So I will push once I send the slide. I'll push the slide to the workshop. You guys know how to check it from there, and you get it from there. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far?
Mm.
Any questions so far? Remember,
For now.
look at the repository name, please. DevSoc backend with 2 build. That's the repository name. Push all
They
your
are going to use
exercise
that.
in one repository. One repository. Don't use more than one repository. Don't use more than one repository. Adele, I did not assign you to any group. So be in a unscripted group. Unscripted, let her be in your
Yes,
group.
sir.
So
All
it
right, sir.
is you, Chisu, and Adele. Please tag them in the workshop and the backend channel. Tag them there. Everybody should communicate in the backend channel. Let's use it to learn. All this isolation that you guys are doing, it will actually not help. If you really want to learn this thing, try and not be isolated. Please make use of the group. Tag, ask questions, communicate. You get, please. Let's build ourselves better. Before we know it now, we don't go far. All right, so that's it for today. You train like daily backend engineers. We'll continue again as usual. So we'll see how it is. We'll meet again on Saturday. That's going to be like the open lab where you guys will show me what you've done, your exercise and everything. We'll communicate and get to know each other better too. So further learning materials, check your online courses, documentation, community forums, YouTube tutorials. I actually learned using YouTube videos. Like that's how I learned it. So I did not pay for any school. Then blogs and articles which are very, 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 very good, very useful. Like they are useful. You can check them out. For YouTube
Sorry, I want to
channels,
ask a
if you
question.
guys want, I can send links of channels I usually watch on the backend channel so you guys can watch those tutorials and build yourself. Remember, we just started, and if you guys are not going to build your foundation well now, it will affect us on the long run because we are not just doing this stuff. What we are building at the end is a real product. Let me tell you guys now. We are building a real product at the end of our class, like of this event. We're building a real product. I mean, a real product that will deploy, like real product that people would use. So please build
So I want to
yourself
ask a question.
now. Ask questions. Yeah.
Yeah, concerning about the project and the pushing it to the GitHub. You say concerning. Can you go to the slide?
All right. It is like
In like the aspect of that exercise and the submission of the pushing it to the GitHub.
this one.
Yes, you said it was included exercise, mini projects, readme, and submission link. So this mini project now that you are doing together now, is it only one person that is going to push it there, or
Okay.
everybody
Now
individually?
this one now. This is the sense there. Remember for the collaborate part. If you have a
Yes.
mini project and you guys are in pair, like you guys are two together, you can decide who is going to invite who to the code. You understand? Your exercises, of course, is single, is for you, right?
Yes.
You get the exercise there is for you. Like I would see, let's say you and Chisom now, I would see Chisom's repository and see the exercise there, our own exercise, right? Then the
Yes.
mini project, you guys agreed that the mini project will be in your own repository.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like the mini project
Yes.
will be
Then
in
we'll
your own
now add this
repository on
other one as a
Skillfare.
collaborator to
Yes, you
it.
now add Chisom as collaborator to your own repository.
Okay.
So you get. So
Yes, sir.
on Saturday, we would understand where this peer programming, because that's what I'm trying to like build. So you guys can know how to like collaborate better. Like we can push in. You know this one is pushing, this one is pulling. So we don't have conflict. So I know for now it will still look troublesome for you guys, but as time goes on, since we've built this habit of always pushing to get up, you will become familiar with it. So on Saturday, please put at the back of your mind though, on Saturday, we're having our open lab on Saturday. So on Saturday, we'll do peer programming and then live troubleshooting based on the exercise. And you guys will understand better how to like collaborate together. That one. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So that is it. That is it. You can always check our website and you'll see all the workshops on our website too. And then you can check the social media platform for Instagram. Yes, we also check our YouTube channel. It's not included here, but we have a YouTube channel where the recordings will be posted. So that's it for today. That's it for today. All right.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
guys very much. Thank you guys very much. All right. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, the recordings will be available before 12 midnight today.
All right. Thank you.
All right now.